Welcome back to Pizza Vendors Academy playthrough of Quest for Glory 1. When last we had left our noble hero, he had bought some daggers and run almost out of money. I'm going to actually make another purchase here and buy a flask or two if I can.
Here you go, thank you for your patronage.
Maybe I'll buy 2 flasks.
There you are, thank you for your patronage.
Because I happen to know that you need them for stuff. And I don't know how many. Usually you can get them by drinking potions, because every potion comes with a flask, and when you drink the potion you're left with the flask. But since I don't know how many potions I'm actually going to be drinking in this particular playthrough, sunset is still approaching here, and I'm a little low on stamina, so I may even rest to make sunset approach a little faster. The night is still young, so even though it's not showing, if I go over, you can see. Oh, what's that? At this point, I'm going to do something that is stupid, and you should never actually do it if you're actually playing this game, because I think it's kind of, as long as I'm not getting myself killed here any more than I have to, it might be kind of useful for people to see some of the things you can do that aren't smart things to do. So, because I'm fairly low on money right now, there's not a huge bothersome problem with this, I'm going to go to sleep on the street here. Curl up on the hard ground and try to get some rest. However, this was not a good place to sleep. You're stiff and sore all over, and your wallet feels very light. You give Hilda the Centaur a suspicious look, but you are too sore to pursue the matter. And if we look at my inventory, my silvers are gone. That is still not as stupid as it would be to sleep outside the town, except for in a few safe places. Because out there you get killed, in the town you get robbed. So, notwithstanding that, it kind of sucks because now I don't have any money. And I'm going to have to figure out a way of getting some. There's a few options, of course, that I can pursue. The other thing here is my stamina and health actually did go all the way back up. But you do better generally to sleep in a place that actually rests you. So not a good thing to do what I just did there. Don't try this at home, kids. Unless you want to. And then I can't stop you. But today we will continue trying to collect stuff for our dispel potion.
Come on!
We don't actually know exactly what we're dispelling, except we have an idea that there's some kind of spell cast on Elsa von Spielberg, who we don't know where she is. But if we remember, when we looked at the waterfall here, it said the water seemed to be trying to fly as it leaped from the mountain above. Well, maybe that's not flying water, but it's worth a try. So we will collect some water. You fill an empty flask with crystal clear water from the waterfall.
Nah.
And that was what we needed the empty flask for, at least that one.
Yeah, you can't carry water in your backpack after all.
You can carry just about anything else, but not liquids. So we will now head up. And, I will spell knock correctly. Well, what can I do for you this time? And we will give her the water and see if it works. The healer makes some sort of arcane gesture over the flask of water, then smiles. Flying water, how clever. Now we need fairy dust. And we don't... It probably involves a fairy ring, but I didn't see any fairies there. And I guess we could go down and try to, like, collect dust from the mushrooms or something. But I don't think... That doesn't sound like something that would work. Are you speaking to me? Let me just say open gate again. Very well. You always have to talk to him twice to get his attention. That's the most efficient way to do it. So I'm going to go see if this guy will give me a job, because I could kind of use some money.
I see you're back. And you cut me off.
I didn't. It goes away fast. The other part was need some work.
Good. Come in here and take a rake.
Now we can turn up the speed here. Which is funny. The other thing that this does is it trains strength and vitality a bit. So, pretty good, actually, getting this job. It sucks though, because
Okay, come on over here.
Stableman hands you some coins and says,
Now you're 5 silvers richer!
and I didn't make those go away either. Let's see if we can actually see. Yeah, my vitality, strength, and intelligence for some reason have all gone up.
Or do you want me to wait a couple minutes? Oh,
And that is what you get when you... I'll turn the speed down here. When you live in a household with people who don't read the signs on the door, which we apparently do. It takes forever to close this gate, I don't know why.
It's a lot faster to open than it is to close. Just interesting.
Okay, so we now, if we look at our inventory, have a whopping 5 silver coins. We're rich. Or are we? I'm going to turn the speed up again, actually, a little bit. And the other thing we can do is see if we can take some more flowers from Arana's piece, or magic mushrooms, maybe, and turn them in for cash. But really, we're a thief, and what we're probably going to have to figure out how to do soon is how to actually steal some stuff.
A thief will just rob you
Yipes,
and take what you have.
Long term, of course, what we want to do is figure out how to get Bernard and Elsa back, so that... Let's get some flowers. Let's get another 3 handfuls of flowers. And eat some fruit, because fruit is good for you. The sweet, juicy fruit of the tree is amazingly satisfying and refreshing. And now we will leave, having successfully dodged that brigand. Head back down. And we'll see if the healer will take. Hear the inside bolt side open. Come on in. Well, what can I do for you this time? Let's see if she'll take the flowers. Thank you, but I have all the flowers I need. So we cannot make more cash with those today. Or at all, actually. In the remake, you can use as many flowers as possible, but this version, let's drop flowers. Let's actually say where we're going to drop the flowers. This is the annoying thing, because you actually have to drop
All
15 individual flowers separately, whereas you could pick them in only 3 goes. You can't drop something you don't have. Okay, good. At this point, it is mid-morning, and I'm gonna let you in on one of the fine secrets of this game. Let's see if we can actually... It doesn't say end here. What you don't know by looking is that if you want to, you can get infinite amounts of rocks from the ground here, or anywhere. Carrying so much that you can hardly move, and I'm going to run a little bit this way because it looks funny.
Run as slowly as you can.
Zoom.
You can turn the speed up and then it looks really ridiculous because you're actually moving pretty fast, but...
But going pretty slow all the same. As over, we will stop here, and we will throw these rocks. And the reason we're doing this is, of course, to throw, because the throwing stat needs to come up a bit, because as a thief, we're going to be depending on throwing daggers a lot. And throwing rocks is a little bit more cost effective than throwing daggers, because if you throw daggers at the archery range, I think theoretically you don't lose any of them, but I'm not actually sure that the theory and the practice are the same there. And besides, we only have 7 daggers, and we'd be spending forever running to retrieve them. I think if you pick up rocks, you get like 10. Don't have any rocks now. And look at how fast I'm going. So we're doing this both to do some passage of time and build our throwing. As you can see, it went up to 21 there. Also, getting overloaded slightly improves your strength. And I do mean slightly, but it helps a little bit. So we're going to throw some rocks at the air, and you'd really think maybe we could aim a little bit, but no. That is beyond our hero, except for in specific screens.
You just throw rocks.
We will
all
just
over the
chuck
place.
rocks wherever we feel like it. And this is where it's really handy to know that hitting spacebar, or I think F3 is the other one, will retype the thing you typed before, because otherwise, boy howdy, would you be spending a long time on this. Out of rocks. My throwing's gone up considerably more. Let's get even more rocks and do this all over again. We'll have more effective and profitable ways of training throwing eventually. But throwing rocks never hurts, and you'll see in the course of the Quest for Glory series, there's a bleeding lot of rock throwing that you need to do.
It's a way to train throwing most of the games, I think.
I think all of them.
I'm not sure about 3, but yeah.
You gotta be able to get rocks in 3, but I'm not.
Yeah, I believe you can.
Okay, turn the speed down a little bit here.
I remember
Maybe
doing
not
it.
that much. And oh, who's this? Let's find out.
What's in it for me? If you give me a silver, I might have a bit of info you can use.
Well,
He's not friendly.
we don't have a lot of silver either. But I will go ahead and give him one because I have a feeling this is plot relevant.
For another silver, I can tell you about where to go to find the Baron, Baba Yaga, or some goblins who have a lot of treasure. So if you want some information, hand me some cash.
Okay, we'll give him another silver and we'll ask him about...
Okay, what do you want to
Should
know?
we ask him about Baba Yaga or Baron? We'll ask one question and then we'd have to leave because we are out of time on the video again. I'm going to ask about Baba Yaga. And there's a specific reason for this.
She's an ugly hag who knows some magic. She lives in a weird house. Her place is due west of the Baron's place. Can't miss it. And for 2 gold, I'll tell you how to get into her hut.
That was not very informative because we already kind of knew where she was. But 2 gold and we can get into the hut, huh? That might be useful later on. We'll find out maybe a little more about what this guy knows in the next video. For now, ta-ta.